Let's have a beat drop. Hi, I'm Barbie.
And I'm Ken.
Listen here. We have to give them the show that we want to give them. Do you believe in woman power or not?
Yes, Barbie.
Okay. Hi, I'm Barbie.
And I'm Ken!
And we are the SMFs. The parts that I guess bugged me the most kept getting brought up over and over, and I was like, that didn't feel right. And then like, okay, we're back to roller skating and partying and beaching off. And then I'm like, oh, that, are they not seeing this? Are they going to address this later? Got into the habit of just writing down notes while we watch movies. And I want to go over my notes with you about the Barbie movie. Or what did you think about, like, the origin story they had for Barbie? Like, Barbie can be anything. And, you know, because there was a Barbie, feminism was solved. And there's no more patriarchy.
But when I saw it, I was like, okay, I was quick to accept the story. I was like, interesting. And they made sure they clarified that, yeah, they thought they cleared equality and feminism, all that, and it was like in their Barbie world. And who's gonna burst their bubble? I was like, oh, so they're like, okay, fine.
So you see, with that part of the movie, I was just like, okay, so they're gonna show us a wolf in sheep clothing type utopia, actually dystopia, and then they're gonna address it. But it never gets there. That's what I don't like.
Because women will enjoy that utopia. It's not anything bad. It's just that the men can't really live.
I just didn't like how they were. It's like, okay, so we're gonna play with the realism. Everything's gonna be realistic. Barbie land. Here's the real life. It's hard for both people, and they kind of realize that. And then the solution is fascism for Barbies. It got us matching pins. Show 'em. One thing that I noted that I really liked about the movie was, like, the kid physics of the world, you know? Barbie falls down from her house just like Mary Poppins. Or, like, the car gets hit and they spin through the air. Mm-hmm. It's, like, kid physics. Mm-hmm. Even the dialogue was just like, you're great, this is the bestest day ever. We're having the time of our lives. Just kid talk, you know? Mm. I liked that part. So, you know how in real life, and there's a concept. There's a concept called the male gaze. Mm-hmm. So, like, the original, like, bimbo Barbie would be what the men would want. Mm-hmm. But in this movie, I noticed there was a Barbie gaze. You know how Ken's like, I need Barbie's gaze in order to feel like I'm a person. Mm. We're fighting fire with fire rather than actually trying to find a solution.
It's sad. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was kind of sad. I'm nothing without you. I was like, oh, okay, then he's going to learn to get his own personality, become himself. And I was like, and then when he gets to the part when he's discovering himself in the real world, he finds toxic masculinity. You feel me? Like, that was kind of funny to me, because that's who he became. He just drank, he ate it up in like less than 24 hours, less than 2 hours.
So what I was thinking, I call it Ken's radicalization. And this is why I'm upset the movie never addressed it, because it's almost like they were unaware of the real problem in both of the societies that they're in. Mm-hmm. In a Barbie land, it's just like Barbies. Like you were mentioning when we left, mm-hmm. They even decided, where do the Kens live? Mm-hmm. Because Ken was the Kens, I speak for the Kens. Because the Kens were so oppressed in Barbie land, mm-hmm. It took him 3 seconds to get radicalized. Imagine if you were living somewhere where they don't even refer to you as a human, mm-hmm. and then you go to somewhere else and there's like, freedom. Oh, sign me up, you know? So it's like, he went somewhere, they validated that, you know, you are man and you can be important too. He ate that shit up. But, you know, I feel like it's some of that in the real life, too.
The funny part is, I didn't even care for most of that. I was watching the movie just to watch the movie, because I had no expectations, nothing really, like, I'm probably just gonna sit here and just, like, I'm gonna be mad the whole time. Because the first 30 minutes is like, this movie is now targeted towards me. I'm just gonna sit here and just drain what I can see. this is actually kind of entertaining. Please keep going. That was my whole entire experience.
I wish the entertaining parts just wrapped up to make sense of the message that they're trying to convey.
And then it got so serious almost out of nowhere. Like towards the end, around that, or right when the war started, it got really, really serious. There was a tone shift only at that point in time. Because up until that point, it was just like happy smiles and we're just making fun of every situation. And then it's like, no, this is serious.
Throughout the whole movie, we're told that Barbies can do whatever they want, and they are free thinkers, and they are doing, they're very ambitious, and they can do this, and they can do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the second the Barbie says, okay, I don't want to be a lawyer, I would just rather, not think, that's not a choice anymore, that's brainwashing. So it's like, how on one hand you can be so powerful in your own choice, and then the second you choose something that's not what they're trying to force down your throat, it's brainwashing.
I thought it was funny because when they got back, they seemed so happy and whatnot.
Yeah, I was
like, oh, they actually enjoy this? They didn't want to be...
Shit.
But then we find out, oh no, that was brainwashing. That was... So none of them actually liked not having to worry about anything? Because even the Kens didn't want to rule. Yeah. No one wanted to rule. So what was the issue? Like, you're telling... I don't know.
It was just like, kind of... Okay, we're pushing that Barbies can be human and we could be so diverse and we can have different think patterns and you don't have to be like this type of woman, you can be like this type of woman. Shows a different type of woman. What? You're sick! She's brave! That's exactly... And then they had to motivate him, motivational speaks. I just thought the binary of it all was just unrealistic for the... oh, we're in real life and this is fake life type thing. I know it's a Barbie movie. You don't have to tell me. But I'm saying, you're saying women can be whatever they want, then a woman chooses something else. Now it's brainwashing. Instead of, the solution I would seen in that movie would have been some Barbie saying they liked how the Kens had it, and they were able to live like that, and the Kens getting more leadership if they wanted to, because the point of it is we're all human and we're all struggling with stuff, and we just have to work together to fix it, not men suck and women suck. And, it's tiring. Ooh.
Wait a minute. That was
hated that part, too.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, there it was.
Was it the Barbies fighting fire with fire?
Yeah.
I hated that.
I was looking at so y'all are now lying to the Kens and pretending to be interested and playing with their emotions and their feelings, and they're just like...
But let it be the Kens doing that, and in this world, the Kens never had power.
It's very off-putting simply because, simply saying, y'all never talked. It could have been as simple as, yeah, this is wrong. Y'all never actually talked. You guys went behind their backs and came up with a whole scheme, a whole plan to mess with their feelings.
Yeah.
For them to be mad at each other, to go to war, and then...
We said the problem was being toxic, toxic masculinity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the solution is toxic femininity. Let's play with their emotions. I didn't get it.
Will Ferrell barely had any lines, but he still took it away.
Oh my god, what's purpose for it? I love him and Ryan Gosling. They really ate this movie, bro. I could watch full compilations of Ryan Gosling just being Ken. I felt like, how we were talking about how people criticize Captain Marvel for being so overly woman-powered to the point where it's just you're trying to fight that women are normal people, but at the same time fighting that you guys are superpowers and better than everyone else, but not better than each other. So when I hear messages that are just oh, all of a sudden, all the women got together and we thought the same. And we got together and we beat those men. I was just bro, not all women think the same. And if you're saying Barbie is human, why would all the women just jump the... I know you don't care about the message, but I care about the message. And it didn't feel like a satisfactory ending.
I actually didn't.
The ending was gross.
The ending, I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were gonna end it where Ken says, and Ken is Ken, that little part right there. Not with the actual creator of the doll shows up explains her whole situation. If anything, they could have done it a lot sooner.
When she first met her, they could have done that, and they made her think about being human, and then she could have been compassionate towards herself and to the Kens. Boom! A Barbie who can be anything. Horses are men extenders. Ryan Gosling literally
he was so entertaining that it felt like I couldn't enjoy the movie the same without him.
Yeah. Like, his whole middle part of self-discovery, even from the toxic masculinity to, like, the dance number, I thought I was attracted.
Nice guy turned alpha male.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to fund the podcast. I'm not going to lie.
Oh my god, they should have... You know, that would have made it an 8 out of 10. if it turned... Because, I mean, they were already jumping from, like, the different mediums to, like... You know, they could have easily thrown in, like, all of the Kens. Right, Ken. Women are... He's like, what about that, Ken? Yeah, Ken.
He took over Barbie Land or Barbie World in a day. Probably less than a couple hours.
But in my head, I'm just like, how are the Barbies seeing this and thinking, no, we need to go back. But not seeing that...
They're changing, because like they said, we can't go back to how we used to be. Remember the woman president?
No, how they used to be, meaning... being perfect, not caring about anything what happened to the Kens. They don't want to go back to being perfect. They want to just be whatever they want to be and oppress everyone else underneath them.
I know it's going to sound bad, but it felt like I only really care for the male characters for whatever reason. But can we do a shout out for my dog Alan? He's not forgotten. I ain't forget you.
Shout out to my dog Alan.
But he was, oh my God. He was 1v20ing, I don't care.
The Asian Ken was super... I loved him. The bromance that they formed at the end, I was like, wait, were we just fighting? And then they got, like, bros before hoes, and then, oh my god. Beautiful.
I found it weird, because I was thinking about it on the drive over here. I found it weird that the Kens do think differently, to an extent. Because they were two differing Kens going head-to-head on each other. And then eventually, but still got... kumbaya at the end of the movie. Another thing I noticed that the Kens always had emotions that weren't perfect. Mm-hmm. Like jealousy, but the Barbies were I didn't get it. I don't know. Men are perfect, I don't know. But the patriarchy, we have to tear it down. Right now. All together thinking the same. And replacing that similar mindset with something else. I agree with you. Come on, man purse. That's how all the Kens were. Accessories. I would say, because, you know, my messaging is, don't become an accessory to people. Men and women. We all struggle. They kind of addressed most of what the story was about when they met Sasha, and that was it. They gave you, like, the sections of the movie that basically express... Yeah. Oh, you set women back 100... Like, that spiel right there, I don't remember the whole thing. Wasn't paying attention. When Barbie thought she met the girl that was her owner, she was just like, yeah, stereotypical Barbie, which is you, set us back 100 years, and you're a fascist. And I thought, when they called her fascist then, it would have clicked that Barbie Land is actually fascist, and it never got to that point. It never got to that point. There are certain things I wonder how she knew, but hey, we can leave that alone. Oh yeah, for sure. Like when she put that broom in the door, I was like, you gotta be in some situations to know how to do that. You guys have a movie night or something? Yeah. Oh, from the Barbie that had the TV in her back. You know what? That actually upset me the most. It's like TV time. I think almost all the discontinued Barbie, almost all the discontinued Barbies were in with Weird Barbie. But I think it's probably just my taste in people. But I think I enjoyed Weird Barbie's company the most. Because everybody else just, you're not anything. Please leave me alone. I'll probably stay with her over anybody else there. And there's also like discontinued Kens, 2 of them. Sugar Daddy Ken. It did throw me off. He's not a sugar daddy. He has a pet named Sugar and he's the daddy, Ken. What was the other one? It was Dangly Earring or Magic Earring Ken. Oh. And I don't know why that got discontinued. I can see the other one. I can see the reason behind the other one. They can just do a rebrand, rename it. I like the actual
flip with the actual owner was the mom. You know, she was the one feeling like, oh, what about death? You know, anxiety. Oh, is that a stretch mark? You know, she was the one feeling that, not the kid. Mm-hmm. I thought that was an interesting switch, kind of like
it makes sense.
Inner child type thing. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the daughter actually need to get a therapist too, because I don't know what was, because that throw off was like, okay, so we're not gonna address what's going on with the daughter.
This is a weird way to find out that your mom's kind of suicidal. Like, hold on now.
Aren't we all? No, I'm playing.
But it was weird or funny that, whatchamacallit, because I really was thinking it was the daughter, didn't even think about the mom.
Me too.
Simply because that what she was wearing and who she was around, all black everything, threw me off where she said, oh, women hate women, all that other stuff, when all her friends around her were also little girls. Threw me off just a little bit. I'm not going to fake on you. But middle, like, everything up to the point of, like, the last 30 minutes of the movie. Especially when that was the best part. When the transition to the dance number. When they were just like, ah! Oh my gosh, they took it away.
I think my favorite part of the movie was seeing Ken go through the real world and be like, but I'm a man. What do you mean? Can I get this job or not? I'm a high earning man. I need a job. And there's like, do you have your business degree? It's like, if it just wasn't for the business degree, not knowing how to swim, I could take over the world. But it was kind of just, it's kind of addressing that it wasn't as easy as just being a man. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was just like, why aren't we just saying the silent part? Which is, you know, men struggle too. Mm. It's just annoying. I'm done.
Oh, damn.
I threw the book.
That was also a funny thing.
What?
When they really didn't eat or drink or anything. You just saw them take a cup and.
I love when things started flipping for Margot in the second day, and the song got suicidal, and then the everything started going wrong, and then she drank the bad milk, but she was just like, what the.
She just felt all the effects, and that was it. That was kind of cool.
I love the kid physics of it all.
It kind of felt like what's the Lego movie?
Lego movie,
yeah.
And Ella Enchanted.
Mm-hmm.
Where, you know, the Disney princess goes into New York and it's just like,
no, that's the best. That's how you can think of the movie. Lego movie and Enchanted. That's the movie right there. That's Barbie.
All right. I still give the movie a 7 out of 10 overall. Mm-hmm. I so down. I know they said it in the movie and probably as a joke, but they said there was a Ken movie in production. I would love to see a Ken movie. And another dance number.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I want to see another beach off. Thank you so much for watching. Follow the channel on all the social medias. Tell us the next movie you would like us to watch. I'm thinking about going back and just picking out, like, nostalgic ones. Or, like, my brother has a couple suggestions I've been putting off a little bit. So maybe I can show you guys.
I am Ken. You are Ken. We are all Ken. Thank you. No more questions.
See you guys next time. Bye.